Good morning, boys. Welcome to your independent work. Okay, so let's continue with multiplication sentences. The first slide is just a review. I see some of you still get confused, so let's review with this, but today I'm going to show you other way that we form multiplication sentences. So remember, like for additions or subtractions, like just of two digits, of two parts, here, for multiplications, there are two ways you can do it. First, you can put how many groups. How many groups? I have told you that in all the videos that I have done. So how many groups do you see here? Exactly, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups. So that's gonna be your first number. How many groups do you have? The other number is how many do you see inside each group? How many are in the first group? 4. The second 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. So that's gonna be your next number. Okay? Let me make it prettier. So this multiplication, it's gonna be 6 times 4. Okay? Because actually that's what we have. We have the number 6 groups and there are 4 inside. Right now you're going to see that we can do it backwards. In putting first how many are inside, 4 times 6 groups equals, and then you just count to see how many in all. So 4 and 4 is 8, plus other 4, 12, plus other 4, 16, plus other 4, 20, plus other 4, 24. So 6 times 4 is 24, or 4 times 6 is 24. It's the same for both. We have been doing this like for 3-4 days. So this was just a fast review. Remember how many groups? There are 6 groups. How many are inside each group? That's the number you are repeating. And that's the next number. So let's go to the other examples. Today, now these kind of multiplication sentences, yes, they are new. These are called, let me write it for you, arrays. In the last one that you just saw here, we had groups, okay? Groups like this. Now, in these ones, we have arrays. An array means instead of making a circle, for example, and putting inside the same number, here we're going to put them in a straight line. In a line, that's an array. One line, other line at the bottom, other line at the bottom, other line at the bottom. That's how it's the same as groups, but in a line, okay? And that's going to be like in the one before. The groups are the lines. Imagine this is one line, so that's one group, okay? This is other line. That's my other group. So actually here I have 2 groups, okay? 2 arrays. And how many are inside each line? We have 1, 2, 1, 2. In each line, we have 2. So that means we have 2 lines of 2. In one line, we have 2, and in the other line, we have 2. So we have 2 lines, and inside, we have 2 and 2. That's why we put 2 times 2. And in all, how many jars do we have? 4. Exactly. So the next array, or multiplication sentence. Here, this is one array, or one line, let's call it one group. 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be my first number. We have 4 lines, 4 groups, okay, 4 arrays. Now, how many are inside each group or line or array? We have 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means in each line we have 5. Okay, so we put that here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. That's my first number, 4, times how many are in each line? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 times 5. And then you just count to see how many are in all. If I know here it's 5, plus other 5, 10, plus other 5, 15, plus other 5, 20. So 4 times 5 is 20. Okay? Let me erase all this so I can make the other multiplication sentence. Here, this is one other way that you can do it. First, you put this side, that's 4, times the top side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here I have 4 and here I have 5. So that's my multiplication sentence, okay? Okay, now let's do it the other way. Maybe I can begin with how many are in each line. We have 5 in each line, and there are 4 lines. And the answer is the same. Okay, first I put this side that it was 4. 4 times 5. But now first I put this side. There are 5, so I put the 5. And on the other side, there are 4. Okay? Let's go to the next example. How many are in the first line? Exactly. 3. And how many lines do we have? 1, 2. Or like I said before, just look at this side that it shows me the lines. 2, and this side, 3. Okay, 2 times 3, 6. There are 6 in all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now here, remember, either just count it like I told you by lines, so that's 3 lines, or you can count the 2 lines, the one on the top and the one on the side, okay? So here I have 3, and in that, I forget. In the top line, I also have 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. The last one. How many are at the top? 3. How many are on the side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means 3 times 5, and you count all of them, and that's 15. So up to you, whatever you want to do at first, like I did. Put this side times this side, counting all of them, okay? Even if they cross here. Or maybe it's easier the way I did it first. Let me erase better. Where you just count how many lines. 1 line, 2 lines, 3, 4, 5 groups or lines or arrays, okay? 5 arrays. And how many are inside each line? 3. So this is 5 arrays and 3 inside each line. And that's 15. Or we can do the arrays the other way. Instead of doing the lines like that, let's do them vertical. So this would be 1 array, 2 arrays, 3 arrays, okay? And how many are inside each? 5. So 5 in each of the 3 arrays. And it's 15. You kind of just turn around the numbers if you notice that, but the answer is the same. So right now in your independent work, you are going to answer these. There are 5 slides. This is the groups. How many groups? You know. I was going to say don't say it, but we're not together right now, so yes, you can say it. How many are inside? So that's your second number. Here too. How many groups? Put it here. How many are inside each group? Put it here. The next, the same, it's still by groups. How many plates or groups? Put it here. How many are inside each? The next one, the next 3 are of arrays. So it's the same multiplication, the same arrays, but you can first count like this or like this, like I told you. In this one, first count horizontal, like this. So write how many lines here, how many in each line. Then here the other way, how many lines, okay, and how many are inside each line. You cannot end up with the same number in the 2 sentences. Please pay attention to that. Please, because yes, at the end we have the same answer. So you might get confused and put exactly the same sentence in the 2. No. And that doesn't mean that the numbers have to be different. No, remember I just explained here. They are the same numbers, okay? Look, I have a 3 in the 2 and I have a 5 in the 2. And the answer is the same in the 2, okay? What I mean is that I don't want you, for example, in this one that I just showed, you cannot write again 3 times 5 because that's the exact same sentence. So no, that's not what we are doing. You cannot have 3 in the 2 times 5 in the 2. The answer, yes, because at the end, yes, that's what we have in all. Here is the same, other 2 arrays, but first write the groups like this, and then in the other, like this. First like this, how many lines, and in the other, how many lines, like this. Okay, so that's it. The next one is the same. And that's all your work. So go and do your Google Slides and see you at 9 in the math class. I love you. Do your best. If you didn't understand, watch the video again. You can do it. Ciao.